Hello there. You are looking at a very exhausted Lucy in the sky with dementia. I have got something a little bit different for you today. This is something that I have been working on for a very long time. I was hoping to get this out a couple of days ago, but that didn't work out, but that's okay. But today, instead of MLMs, we're going to be talking about these credit repair companies. Before I start with that, I want to say my whole channel depends on your MLM stories. So go ahead, please keep sending them to me. The next one I do will probably be an MLM. Um, but we're just kind of veering off track here for a minute. And I'm going to give you some context as to why we're doing something different today. Um, where I work with very low income people, and we kind of help them work out their bills, their debts, their collection accounts. That's what we do. And I've been doing that a long time. About 8 years ago, I started, people started coming to me with these companies that say, hey, I pay a fee and all I have to do, pay them and they're going to just take it off my credit report. I thought this was a little bit fishy. I didn't like it. And so I looked into these companies. Yes, I did. And didn't like what I saw. The typical, like an MLM, if it's too good to be true. Well, if you're about to click out of this video, let me tell you, it's too good to be true. There is no such thing as a company you can pay that will get something off your credit. It doesn't happen. Okay. And in this video, I'm going to trust me. If I could talk about these companies, we'd be here for 4 hours at least. At least. But I'm just going to give you the bare bones idea. I'm going to tell you what they do. And there is one particular company, I'm not going to name it, but I have had person after person, client after client come to me and mention this company. And it's even gotten to the point that my colleagues, when their clients would mention this credit repair company, they just send them over to me. I have studied this company for years, and I'm just going to give you the basic idea of what they do. If you have any questions, ask me. If there's any other credit companies like those, we'll give you a settlement, we'll promise you this as far as your credit, bring it to me and I'll look into it. But don't forget those MLM horror stories, okay? But right now, we are talking about credit repair companies. I am, again, not going to name this company, but I'm watching you, okay? Now, the company is ran by this dashing young man or man. Okay. Um, Ironically enough, the company is out of Utah, which is, as we all know, MLM capital of the world. Now, let's go on. Okay. What these credit repair companies say they can do, they say they can remove from your credit, stop collection calls, and check for other credit inquiries and fraud. I'll talk a little bit about that. What they actually do. This is what they do, and this is the meat and potatoes of this supposed credit repair. All they do all they do for, and if you, maybe I'll leave a link below. They're all similarly priced. They go by different names. Well, they're different companies. I'm sorry, they're different companies. They're all priced at about $90 to $120 a month. All they do is request validation of debt. That's all they do. They charge a large amount of money a month, like I said, for people who are already in debt and desperate. Yes, they prey on the desperate, just like MLMs. And they partner with other companies, and I will briefly get into that. I won't touch too much on that. Okay, that is what they actually do. Now, validation of debt. What is that? Right here, as you can see, deep within the contracts that you sign with these credit repair companies, you say that you are allowing them to write letters to the credit report using your name. In other words, if my name is Jane Smith, I agree to let these credit repair companies write letter to the credit report. And this is what they write. They ask for validation of debt. That's all they do. That is what they charge you $120 a month for, is to write this very letter. And let me tell you something about that. This letter right here, it is called a 609 letter, which means it is the fair, you know, Fair Credit Reporting Act, Section 609. They say you can write for a validation of debt. Um, and when you send this letter or the credit report company, doesn't matter who does it. They charge you $119 a month for something that you can do for the price of an envelope and a stamp. Hey, if a lawyer writes this, holds no more weight than you do. If these credit report companies write this letter, holds no more weight than you do. All you have to do is write this letter, and while they are getting the validation of debt, it comes off your credit. But I will tell you this. If, say, my name's Jane Doe, I have a medical bill, okay, and I write for validation of debt. Despite what these companies tell you, that hospital, once they see this letter or get this letter from me or the credit reporting, from the credit repair companies, once they see this, they're going to trip over a table, skin their knee, get up, and rush to get that validation of debt out to you, despite what the credit repair companies say. Your debt is, they're going to get that validation of debt out to you. Yes, while they're looking into it, it comes off your credit, then it comes right back on. And the caveat for these credit report companies is they say, well, we never said we permanently take it off your credit. So technically, they're not lying. It gets taken off your credit. Then, once you get the validation of debt, it comes right back on. And that's what you've been paying for. And if you look on the website, it says that this process of writing the letter to them takes 3 months. So you're paying $129 in January, $129 in February, $119 in March, all for it to come right back on your credit. Okay. And another kicker, they do them one debt at a time. So say you have four hospital bills, or let's say two hospital bills, two credit card bills. They handle the first one for 3 months. After that, they start on the second one. That's 6 months. They start on the third one after that. That's 9 months. Say you have another debt that they work on. So they do it one at a time. Do you see what I mean? They wait till each one is resolved before they start on the next debt. So you're looking at a year. A year. If you have four, if you've got more, it's going to be longer. That you are paying $120 a month for. How much was your medical debt? I just want to make that perfectly clear. Hey there, YouTube. Lucy and this guy with dementia here again. It is turning out that this presentation is being a lot longer and a lot more detailed than I originally expected it to be. As a matter of fact, I think I've spent more time on this already than I have on my thesis, my master's degree thesis. I don't know if I mentioned that yet in this video, but I sure have been. So I'm going to stop this right here. And then I am working on part two. I'm just about done with it. Just got to put some fine tunes on it. So it won't be long before you get that. But what I'm going to let you know in that one is where I actually talked to this company via live chat, but I'm going to post what happened with that. And it's very, very interesting. I got him to admit something that I've been wanting them to admit for a very long time, but you're gonna have to wait to part two. So in the meantime, take care. Hopefully I'll be able to get this up and Lucy and this guy with dementia taken off.